Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you guys are new here, so am I, as this is my first video on my channel. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so today we are reviewing the Nikon Nikkor 50mm f-stop 1.4 AI lens. This lens was made from 1977 to 1981 and it is commonly confused with the AIS lens. This lens is very similar to the AI. They started making it in 1981 and the only real difference you can see is that the color on the aperture ring, the numbers are just a slight difference. This lens was originally used on film cameras, but it does work on newer cameras as I use it on my D5300. Alright, moving on to specifications. So this lens has an f-stop of 1.4 to f-stop 116. As you can see, there's the 1.4 and there's the 16. This lens has a 7-bladed diaphragm, as you can see on the inside. So when I move the aperture ring, you can see the diaphragm moves as well. So that's not letting a lot of light in. That's at f of 16. But then we have f of 1.4, which is letting in all that light. This lens is a manual lens. As you can see, when you turn this adjusts the focus of the lens when you're shooting. This is obviously not an automatic lens, which has its downsides, but it also has its upsides as well. And this lens uses the 52mm filters. As you can see, I have one on the lens currently. The Tiffin 52mm UV protector. It simply screws on to the top of the lens. Nice glass, and then it goes right here and then you put it right back on, and these work great. All right, moving on, here's one of the photos that I have taken with this camera. Now what I love about this photo is that you can see in the top left, you can see that the little, what was it, hexagon, that is actually the diaphragm with the blades, and you can't get that on regular cameras. On regular cameras, that'll just be a circle. It's a reflection from the light, and I love the way that it has that vintage look on it. Moving on to the second photo, it shows that it has the aperture is very good, as you can see in the background is blurred out, but the front is also, he's captured, and you can see the detail on his face. You can see the light on his cheek and the steam from the coffee, but even at a low aperture, it still managed to get what I was trying to get, which was his face. All right, so the pros and the cons of this lens. The pros is that it's a lightweight lens. It has that vintage look to it. It's very durable. It has high quality glass. They don't break. They're very, very high quality lenses. It has a very good range of light to aperture. Everything was really good on it. Another thing is it works with new cameras, which is amazing because you don't have to have an adapter or anything. It just works with the new cameras. All right, some cons is that it does have some minor distortion, which can be fixed in Photoshop. It is a manual lens, so if you're trying to get the auto, or if you have to shoot fast, it's not going to get that perfect focus. When using the 1.4 of the aperture, it is going to be hard to find something to focus on, and the rest of the image will be pretty blurry, but anything above that does work really well. Overall, my final recommendation, and this is a very, very practical lens. It is great for intermediate photographers who want a little bit of a challenge but also love that vintage look. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you would please like and subscribe, it means so much, helps me on the channel, and let me know what you guys like for next time or any recommendations. Anyway guys, have a great day and stay snappy.